Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspired. My name is Kelly, and here's our pals, Mr. Wilby, Miss Pickles, and little baby Wilby Pickles. It's always a mouthful. You guys have seen that red live button up at the top. That means you're catching us live, and I hope you are, because we are crafting today. What's up with my bangs? It's like I cut them myself. We're crafting today with the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group. So come on in, friends. Say hello when you pop on so we know who's there. I'm going to bring up my computer so I know who's there. I tell you to come and tell me who's there. I can't even see. Oh, let's see. Here I am. Gosh, my bangs were looking really like weird. What the heck? I really need to do a makeup check before. Hello, Miss Shauna. Makeup check before I go on. Hello, Miss Sharon. Hello, Mother. My computer said, sorry, you can't be showing the video right now. Hello, Miss Mary, Miss Carol, Miss Kathy. What on earth? Earlier, this computer locked me out. It's not my day. It's not my day. Okay, hold on. Let me try this again. Okay, Bina, it's like it's not wanting to scroll up. My computer has like a touch screen and it's just not, it's not recognizing my fingers apparently. Okay, wait. Here we go. I think, let's see, maybe we have it now. Maybe we have it now. Sorry, we're having trouble playing your video. Okay. Okay, well, I don't know if, let's see if the comments work. Hello, Miss Debbie. I think the comments are still working. It's just not wanting to play the, I just need the comments. Hello, Miss Glenda and Miss Barbara. Oh, no, what the heck? It's just, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Learn more. I don't want to learn more. I just want to make the comments go. Hello, Miss Debbie. All right, light the positivity candle before we get this party started. You guys were just watching Miss Lori. She made a beautiful, she took a old washboard. I love finding those at estate sales. And she zhuzhed it up. It was really pretty. Hello, Miss Janice. Thank you so much, friend. Okay, we're going to slide our Wilby Pickles family over here to the side. And we're going to get to getting on this here. Guys, this frame probably has a lot of history behind it. Updating. What does that say? Oh, goodness. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Glenda. I got this frame at an estate sale, and this sucker is old. Look at that. Look at that corner. I think it's, I don't know if they tried to repair it. I don't know. Looks like somebody drug it behind a car. I don't know. I don't know. But this thing was filthy dirty. Now, it had a backer in here, and I took the backer out. Hello, Miss Misty. I heard you found your wayward cow at the neighbor's with the bull. Up to some shenanigans. Doesn't the cow like to go to the neighbors often? That's probably where you should just always look, right? Hello, Miss Nora, Miss Angie. Thank you, Miss Angie and Miss Devana. How are you, friends? Happy Monday. All right, so this is really dirty. I cleaned it. I mean, like, it was filthy dirty. It's probably still dirty. Hello, Miss Rhonda. And I'm just going to show you how dirty it probably still is. But I'm going to paint over it anyway, so, I mean, I already wiped it down. Yeah, look. Look at that. Ew. Hello, Miss Lisa. Naughty cow. Naughty runaway cow. So, you guys, I got out of work, and as soon as I did, gosh, you guys, I wiped this once, but look how dirty it is still. Don't judge my housekeeping skills. So glad Missy, I know, she found her wayward cow. I know. Oh, shoot. Yes, I'm glad she did too. She didn't seem too stressed over it, so I figured the cow didn't get too far. And I mean, like, at least where we live here, you know, like where Mother lives, more like when I used to live down in that area, if an animal got out, somebody knew who, you know, where it was or how to find it. God, you guys, that's awful. I feel like I just didn't sit here during, when Marilyn and John were on, I was sitting here scrubbing this thing. It's like I didn't even do it. It's crazy. Hello, Miss Mel and Aunt Anita. Thank you. Okay, well, anyway, we're just going to paint over it. But this is a really super old frame. super old. I'm sure it's got lots of history. Maybe I'm just wiping like the flipping wood stain right off. I don't know what it is. Goodness gracious, that's disgusting. I don't remember where I got this one from. I should have remembered. I wonder if it's that house that was down the road here that had all the frames that had, you know, the little the little speakeasy, you know, where you put your bets in, you go to the basement. I don't know if it's really it would be really a speakeasy, but you know, they think they did their betting on their horses down the basement, or before they went to the basement. Yes, here too, we sometimes have animals that go, you know, we had a pig at our house one time. Just random pig shows up. It's hanging out. Stupid pig went out. Stupid. I could say stupid pig because my son did 4-H and he did pigs, and you know, they're not always the brightest of animals. This stupid pig went out and he like ran his butt into like one of our doors, like our garage door on our pole barn, and put a big dent in it. I'm like, really, stupid pig? Rude. I think I'm gonna take some plaster to this. Okay? I think that's what we're gonna do. Now it's got like in the center here, it's got kind of like a gold looking, I don't know, but I think this might have gotten wet. I don't know for sure. Yeah, so the roofers are the ones that let it out. Is that what the story is, Miss Misty? That they left the gate open. Oh, so like I said, when I got out of work, I knew the event was already, you know, well underway, and so I always put my phone up in the holder, and I'll turn it on so like my car speaker, you know, plays whoever's crafting. It was Miss Misty, and she was crafting, and I kept hearing this dun, 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 dun. I was like, I said, when I got to a stoplight, I said, what did I say? Who's square dancing in the background? Because it was like, it just kept being that same little thing. She said it was the roofers. Hello, Miss Marlene. I thought somebody was square dancing. It was like, it wasn't loud. It just was like repetitive, and it was like the same little, you know, they had like a little rhythm going in whatever somebody was doing. I was like, what is that happening? What is happening? Hello, Miss Lori. I was telling them I loved that washboard. That was I love getting those, and you did an awesome job, and I love this shabby chic look. I did love that. Love it. All right, so we're just gonna go over this. They left the gate open, dodo bird. Yeah, were you born in a barn? Shut the gate. Are you kidding me? Did they have to open the gate to get in? Like, if you open the gate, you need to shut the gate. There's a reason why the gate is shut. You should have made them go find the cow. Go find my cow, you ninnies. Oh, shoot. It's a nice day here today. It's still a little chilly, but it's sunny. So it's not raining. That's good. That is good news. Yeah, that's crazy. So crazy. So I went to work today. Work wasn't, you know, work was work. Work was work. Oh, shoot. Just another manic Monday, like who was it? Was it the Go-Go's? Or was it the Bangles? It was the Bangles, wasn't it? Did they sing Manic Monday? The Bangles? Yeah, I think that's what it was. That's what it was. Not really, but Mondays are never. I used to be able to telework on Mondays, and so I always said I could ease into the week. Well, we can't do that anymore. Can't telework anymore, because all of a sudden it's unheard of. We only teleworked for like 3 years during COVID, but now it's non-productive. I don't know how we lasted all those years working from home, being productive, but all of a sudden we're not productive anymore. Wait, what happened? Oh, my screen went off. Hello, Miss Janet. Just looked up and my screen was gone. Yeah, they had opened it to get through it. Common sense would have. You know, did they have like a young kid that was like in charge of, probably said, go shut the gate. And he was like, what? You know, it just seems like there's always like a youngster, like a gopher, you know. The gopher doesn't. you know, younger, well, maybe not. I mean, I was just giving them the benefit of the doubt. They were all adults then. Shame on them. I love Miss Cindy. Shame on them. Did you go out and give them what for, though? That's what I would have done. Because if it was my dog, she would have been gone. Now, your cow moves a little bit slower than a little wiener dog, but I'm sure. But, yeah, Edna would have been gone. And that would have really made me, you know, mad. Mad. Hello, Miss Karen. How are you, friend? Okay, so there's layer 1 of this Hot Mess Express. This Hot Mess Express, because we got to do some work on this thing. Woo! We got to give this baby some life. We're going to zhuzh it up. Zhuzh it up. Did everybody have a good Easter? We did. We went to my husband's aunt and uncle's house. I told you guys we were doing that. No purple buttons. No purple buttons today. No purple on this craft. But I couldn't remember if I had ever been to an Easter at his aunt and uncle's before. But suddenly, I felt like I'd been there one time, like when we first started dating. But suddenly it hit me as we were sitting there. His one uncle was putting eggs out. So my husband's family is Polish, and they have this tradition. Now, if there's any Polish people on here, you'll have to tell me if this is a tradition that you do as a Polish person. I don't know, Polish person. But they hard boil eggs, and then each of them, they'll grab an egg. Everybody will grab an egg or whatever, and then they'll have a little competition between the two eggs. So, I do have some eggs here. I have some decorated eggs. So just pretend like these are just two real eggs that have been hard boiled. So they're in their shell. And one person will go like this and hit the egg. And if it cracks, then they flip it over. So this person's egg wouldn't crack, this one would. So this one hits it and it cracks. If this one cracks, then they lose. Then you flip it over, and then this person, hits that and see if both ends crack, then this one is still solid, they win and they go to the next person. Does that make sense? Anyway, I never knew that. And I remember when his, hello, Miss Marilyn, or Mr. John, I didn't remember until I saw his uncle putting eggs on. I'm like, wait a minute, don't you guys do something with eggs? Don't you guys do something? Oh yeah, we do something. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, now I'm remembering. So on the way home, we talked about it, and I remember that the first year that my husband and I, the first Easter that we were dating, I did go to his aunt and uncle's house that year in 2019. Then fast forward, the next year was 2020 when we were in COVID, lockdown. So we didn't have Easter. And then my dad died in December of 20. And then we've been going to Easter with my mom since then. So, because we were trying to figure out like what happened? Why did we just not go back to going to his aunt and uncle's for Easter? And that kind of laid it out there for us when we kind of did a little flashing back, because we didn't have Easter together, in April of 2020. And then, so we decided that we're just going to pay more attention and make sure we're going back and forth, but also we'll have a grandbaby next year. So we're going to have to make sure we are present for that, because it'll be exciting. Very exciting, because a grandbaby will be, let's see, November, December, January, February, March, April, 7-ish months. Not much Easter egg hunting, but still fun. I think my son his first Easter, he was born in November, so So he was what, probably 5 months old or so. I remember Mother made him and my niece Jasmine. Well, Grandma Rowene made him like a corduroy jumper. Jasmine had a jumper. Colin had overalls. And then they were corduroy. They were beautiful powder blue. I'll have to find a picture and post it. They were so cute. But Colin was a little, he looked like a little chubba bubba then. He, but Mom, she cross-stitched little bunnies on the front of their outfits. Because they were the only grandkids, you know, then. And it was so cute. I remember that. And then we would we sat him down. We sat him down by the Easter egg to like act like he was going to get it. And he just like fell over. Whoopsies. Oh, shoot. Good memories. That'll be kind of how it is next Easter. Oh, goodness. Hello, Miss Melinda. Yeah, I'll have to find a picture. Have to find a picture to post. Alright, after I get this layer on here, get this dried, I might just start kind of sanding it back a little bit and see how it looks. You guys know I like to distress it. We'll see how it goes here. We're going to have to be gentle with it. Can't be too aggressive. This thing's older than the beginning of time. I think this has got to be a really, really old frame. Really old. Whoops. And I kind of think that I did get it from that one sale where she had all those frames in that old house down the road here. That they had like the carriage house. Yeah, it was interesting. Lots of collecting going on there. I'm not sure the last time somebody lived in that house. I don't understand why my computer keeps going dark. I keep touching the screen. Did everybody eat too much yesterday? I did. We had brunch, so we had like breakfast casserole and fruit and just a lot. I spoke to Mother, but I don't see her on my comment. Oh. I think Mother's still here. Facebook might be acting weird. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, almost dry, guys. So we used Waverly plaster on this. Let's see if I got all the outside. And I might have to do a little bit. Let me get a little bit out here. I didn't get it too great on the outside. Let me get a little bit. Does anybody go out to dinner for Easter? You know, where you're just like, I'm not cooking, we're going out. Because my husband and I went out to breakfast on Saturday morning, and we went to this place. It's called Long Island Cafe. It's so good. Oh my gosh. And they were having an Easter, like an Easter, you know, lunch, dinner, special, whatever, you know. But they serve breakfast they're only open till 2, so they serve breakfast all day. So you could they had like these chocolate, like pancakes that had chocolate sauce. It was called Dubai chocolate sauce or something like that. You went to your daughter's house. Hello, Miss Jeannie, how are you, friend? Hello, Miss Alita. Wait. Mom said she did respond. She said she did. All right, one more round of drying here, and then we should be good to go. But yeah, we saw the lady next to us eating. It's like some sort of chocolate, Dubai chocolate sauce. I have no idea. Did they fly it in from Dubai? I don't know. But anyway, then it had like crushed up pistachios and strawberries on it. And I was like, I can't even begin to order that much food. Like, what I ordered was, it was technically on the part of the menu that says, this said like little mates or seniors. So it was the 1 plate or 1 egg, a little bit of hash browns, some. Well, you guys, this is crackling right here where that stuff was. This is cool. We just dried it a little bit more. I can probably get it to crackle a little bit more where that was at. I'll show you. Coming right back. See if I can get any more to do it. Any more. But yeah, that's what I ended up getting. Okay, can you guys see up there on that top corner? You see where it's crackled? It crackled pretty good on its own. Wherever that damaged part of the frame was. Oops, look, there's a little piece of an owl body part. You get back up there. You get back up there. All right, let's see. Let's take this thing out here now. We don't need this whirligigging around anymore. Now, I'm gonna probably leave that part there. I'm gonna do a little distressing on this. You made a peanut butter pie. You had ham rolls. Had ham, rolls, mac and cheese, barbecue, beans, potato salad, and gobs of dessert. That sounds delightful. That sounds delightful. Okay, let's just get rid of this in the way. We're going to just gently sand over some of these areas here so we can distress this. Distress it. I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight. We didn't get groceries this weekend. Ooh. Well, hello, Miss Nanny Janet. How are you, friend? How are you? Yeah, we didn't, obviously, I guess we could have gotten groceries, but we chose not to, apparently. So now I'm like, I don't know what we're having for dinner. Didn't really buy groceries. Yeah, because when we came home from Easter yesterday, because we ate like we had the brunch was like 1:30. So by the time you finish, it's like I don't know 3, and then by the time you like get home, it's like you're full still. I'm just taking a good gander at this little thing here. I am good. Mom, did you see Nanny? You saw the Nanny Janet? Nanny Janet. We miss seeing you. Oh, goodness. All right. Doing a little bit more here. Look. Oh my gosh, you guys, what's happening here is that there are 2 nails. There's one here and one here. That I think they probably had a little hanger on here. I didn't want to take it off because I thought, I could still do a little something with the hanger, if I wanted to. But man, moving that on that glass is like nails on a chalkboard. All right, a little bit more here. Just little nails on the chalkboard. Yep, we don't want to touch that spot right there. We don't want to touch that. We're going to just leave that au naturel crackling alone. Okay, that's that. That's what we're going to do. Now, how's that look? I think that looks good. Now, let me take a little baby wipe here and just wipe some of this back. Wipe some of the what the heck is making it look orange if it's whatever was underneath this. It's making it look orange. Get off there, whatever orange is going. It's almost like the wood. It's like the wood. Okay, come. Get some of that out there before I wipe it. Teeter-totter. All right, let me dry that. It's looking good, you guys. Look at it. See up in the corner where it's all naturally cracked? It's all naturally cracked. I like that. You zhuzh that baby right up. It still looks old. I mean, there's a lot of crackle up in there in that spot up there, and that kind of just, that actually flaked off there, so it looks pretty good. All right, so the backer looked like this, okay? Like you can see, like I think it had a little bit of, it looks maybe water damaged. So what I did while I was watching Mr. John and Miss Marilyn is I took some of my corrugated, you know, my cardboard that I had over here from, I don't know, room fresheners that I ordered. And first of all, I was going to do one thing. So I painted it with some of the terracotta sea stone, the terracotta paint, the textured paint. But really I only use this because I like the blue. So it's like a blue color, okay? It's a blue, okay? So then, this is what happens when I have a lot of time. So I had like 2 hours from when John and Marilyn were crafting, and then Miss Lori was crafting. So I had like 2 hours to figure out what I was going to do. The more time I have down here, I change my ideas multiple times. So then I was like, oh, I think I'm going to do something different now. So then I took moss, okay? I went over it with some moss. Every time I painted, I used the same paintbrush of like blue, green, and then I decided to use, I think I might have used a little plaster on it. You can see that. And then the final touch was a little bit of Chalk Teak dark paste wax. So that's what you get when you just keep adding and adding. It's just, we're going to put that in there. I just kept trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and this is what we ended up with. So this little guy had these, my gosh, they were like little spikes for nails that held this thing in here. I had to pull a couple out to get this piece out, but then as I started to think about putting it back in, I didn't want to fight this thing, so I'm just going to hot glue it back in. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. First of all, I got to get some more glue because I know I'm almost out. But yeah, that's that. Okay, so let's load her up here because I know she's low because I almost ran out when I was hot gluing that piece of cardboard on there. Okay, so let's do this. Go around town. Oh, there's my left hand. I'm always backwards. Get the cord in the middle of it and everything else. All right, let's get that on there. Whoops, get over there. All right, hopefully it's good. Well, hello, Miss Liz. Thank you for sprinkling. All right, let me see if I can get this to stick down here before I lift it up. Let's see. Come on. Come on. So you guys, we're in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group today with Miss Janice. Actually, Miss Janice is up next. She's up next. So you want to make sure you're in the group. She has events on Mondays and Fridays. I believe she's still doing Fridays. Okay, let's try to add a little bit more glue there. So yeah, you can. She has a pretty big group. She's been growing that group like crazy. So, all right, come on, hold it down there. Gosh, I hope I didn't come through. Oh no, it looks fabulous. It looks fabulous. Hold on, I'll show you just a second. Yeah. All right, ready? All right. Here's what it looks like. You know, like this, it kind of looks beachy, doesn't it? It could be like a beachy if you you had like a nautical. Originally, I had it like this, right? And then I was like, oh, I could do it this way. But if you look at the frame, the top is actually arched. Do you see it? How this is arched more. If you turn it sideways, this is like straight. There's just a little bit more of a curve there. So I'm like, no, that will drive me nuts if I try to make it sideways because it doesn't look right. So here we are. Okay, so I'm going to throw that aside. Oh, I'll gently place it aside. for the moment because we are going to take, where'd it go? What did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. It's too close to me. I can't see. We're going to take a half a, what are these, peat pots? Peat pot pork. And we're going to paint it black. I'm going to paint it black. I just took my scissors. Here's the other half. This came out. I got these on, actually I got these last fall on clearance at Dollar General for like pennies. They were so cheap. They were like 90% off. They were probably like, if I paid $1 for a whole thing of these, probably didn't. So I just picked the side that's got all kind of like that, you know. And we're going to paint it black. Let me get a pen. Let me get a pen. Let me get a brush. We're going to use some Waverly ink, just black chalk paint. I'm just going to paint it black. Yeah, so anyway, anything that really, ooh, this paint is stinky. Phew. I don't know, that's really stinky. I don't even have really good smell, but that is, phew, some stinky black paint. I don't think I've used that in a while. Does paint get stinky when it's old and does paint go sour? Oh, I don't know. It sure is stinky. Sure is. All right, I'm probably gonna do this bottom, and then I'm gonna probably dry it so I don't get black paint everywhere. Okay. So I don't. Could it be the... I'm like, no, watch me. No, it's the paint. It's the paint. But good thought. It could have been. No, it's the paint. I don't think this really... doesn't really smell like anything. But yeah, as soon as I put that paint on there, I was like, ugh. I don't know why it's stinky. All right, let's go over here now. Get it all over my hands. Whoops. Black paint. Just that's why I have the apron on. I had to make sure I put the apron on because whenever I use black paint, it's not gonna go well. I just know. See, that almost just went right into my lap. Just almost went right into my lap. Just sit right there. Sit right there and behave yourself. All right. Close enough. Close enough. We're not going to leave it black anyway. We're going to go over it, but... oh, my goodness. Black paint. Cover it up. Okay. Hold, please. What'd you say? My black paint is a glob? To add water to it. Didn't stink. Oh, it didn't stink. Is it Waverly? It's not really globbed up or anything. It's not, well, I have had it for a while. But it's not really globbed. It's just stinky. It's just stinky. Miss Lori, when she was cracking, she was talking about her dogs. And, she was saying that they were barking and they wanted to go outside, and so she put them outside and left them outside. You know, she said that the one just is relentless. I'm like, that sounds like my Edna. She's relentless. Like, she will not stop until you read her mind and give her what she wants. You read her mind. Okay. Paint everywhere. We're going to take some, we're going to, ooh, maybe we'll do paprika and some, ooh, we're going to make this look pretty. Okay, get rid of that black paper towel. Okay, so let me get a bowl and let me get, I'm just going to use some glue. Gosh darn it. Hello, Miss Denise. How are you, friend? We're going to use some glue. Gosh darn it. Here. We'll Lord, I'm making a mess. Making a mess. Okay, we're just gonna pour a little bit of glue on, whoops, on this plate, okay? And all over my hand and everywhere else. And oh, hello, Miss Sherry. Rip sits at the door and whines. Do you let him out? That's funny. Well, Edna doesn't do that. She rings the flippin' bell relentlessly. She rings the bell. Okay, you guys, we're putting some Jack glue on here. You could use Mod Podge if you wanted to, but we're not. We're just going to use this glue. Because I got a ton of this glue down here. We're just going to do this. Okay, so first of all, we're going to take some... I'm not going to do that. We're going to pop the top here. And we're going to put some cinnamon on here. Okay? Put some cinnamon on our little pot. It's going to be our little rusty pot. Okay? I'm going to come around this side. Put a little bit more on your Lexu. Somebody asked me, or I've been asked several times about faux rusting, and this is basically, whoops, get it over the bowl, lady. This is basically what I do. Whoops. So I'd get it everywhere. All right. You haven't seen me in forever. Yes, happy Easter, friend. How are you? All right, so I think we're good with that. So let's pour that in here, and then we can put a little, we're gonna put a little paprika. We haven't used paprika in a long time. I only ever knew about using paprika from Tish. You guys know Tish? Tisha? She's an amazing crafter. So she uses paprika in her crafts a lot. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna just put a little bit more. A little bit more on the edge here, and we're just going to hit it with some paprika. Some paprika, it just gives a little bit of color. Are you not in the craft room? Oh no, Miss Barb, I haven't been in a long time. Been a couple of years since I've been in there. Yeah, it was a couple of, I think it's probably been a couple of years ago. You guys, look at that. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I just decided that I didn't really, I mean, it was fun, but I had a hard time getting, actually getting spots, times, because I could only craft at certain times because I work. So I got frustrated and decided, you know, just do my own thing. And I've been Vintage Country Crafting, and we're in the Mischievous Crafty Friends, and we're in Stand Tall Crafting. You guys, this looks really good. So just all different groups. But I still watch their group, the page. I have lots of fellow crafty friends who are part of that group. You know, some they're still in, some that aren't. But you know, all right, let's clean up a little bit of this paprika mess I just made. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take, okay, this is what we have, you guys. Doesn't that look cool? But I'm going to take some of the glue, and we're going to go over it to seal it, okay? Yeah, I think it was like May of 23, if I had to guess, because it was the year that I went to San Antonio, because I hemmed and hawed when I got back if I was gonna stay in, and I was just like, just having a hard time fitting it into the time frames. Like when I craft with these groups and we open slots, you know, I always seem to pick around like 5 p.m. because it works for me. I mean, if I needed to craft later, I would, you know, if I couldn't work it in. But it just is a time that works for me so that I can come home, do some things, craft, and then go do some other things, you know, do some other things. Yes, for sure. Okay, let me dry this. It's going to be kind of gooky, but it's also going to look a little textured. Well, and if you kind of look at Craft Around the Clock, you'll see people come and go. And it's nice to rotate, you know, getting new people in there. And but they have cool events. I really like when groups have themed events. I like the challenge. You know, sometimes it'll take you out of your, you know, what you're comfortable doing. Some people won't sign up for those events because of that, and I'm like, challenge yourself, right? Challenge yourself. Try something that you're not, you know, it's not your normal thing. Well, you can practice before you go live. You don't have to just, you know, but try something different. I know Miss Misty, Crafty Farmers, she was in Craft Around the Clock when I was in. This looks really cool, you guys. You see that? It's kind of like a dirty old rusty clay pot. A rusty clay pot. I don't think clay pots get rusty, but it looks kind of old and icky. Okay, I'm just trying to get it dried a little bit more. That glue that you can see that's still white under there, it'll dry eventually. It'll dry. All right, let's get rid of this mess. It will dry. All right, what time is it? Ooh, we got 20 minutes. All right. Moving along. Whoops. Moving along lovely here. You are one of my favorite. Well, thank you, Miss. Whoa, thank you, Miss Barb. I appreciate that. I just like to have a good time. You know, I hope whenever you guys come in and use, when I'm crafting and I just act a fool, that, you know, if it takes your mind off from maybe some things that are going on in your life that you're just like, you can forget about for, you know, an hour because I'm a goofball and I just say the things that just flow out of this trap. Oh, Miss Janet, thank you. You like this good looking pot I have going on here? All right, well, let's see what we can do with it. Okay. All right, so it's going to go like, oh, snap. It's still wet right there. Ah, snap. It's going to go like this, right down here at the bottom of our board. Okay, so I think the best thing I'm just going to do is put some hot glue along the edges, and hopefully I don't burn myself. Oh, Lordy Lou, it's coming through. Lordy Lou, it's coming through. All right, let's just slap it down there and see what happens. It's very light, so hopefully it just kind of, can't really touch it. Oh, thank you, Miss Becky. Life is way too short to not have fun. That's right. And you guys, Miss Janet. Miss Janet, are you still crafting at all? Are you doing any lives? I haven't seen you live. I feel like I saw you not that long ago. Miss Janet is a hoot and a half. We rode the bus. Way back in the day. We rode the bus with the pole. A lot. I mean, this crafting thing has been an adventure. If you really step back and think about it for a minute, Mother and I have done a lot. We've traveled. We have traveled. Okay, guys, let me get some flowers here. We're going to put these beautiful sunflowers in this pot, okay? We're going to do some sunflower arranging in this pot. I haven't been live for quite some time. I still love the bus. The bus ride was great. Yes. So we went that was part of Miss Janet, Craft Around the Clock. We went on this Craft Around the Clock, you know, meet and greet back in, gosh, when was it? 21, 22? I don't remember. Somebody, maybe Mother remembers. I don't remember. Okay, you guys, I got this really like pretty red flowers. I've got this array of sunflowers, and then we're just gonna like stick some of these in here like so. Okay, I'm gonna try to arrange them to look good. I'm gonna do my best. So it was like what do you want to call it? Where you go. We did a meet and greet, and then we went like, I mean, like there was different places all around Metropolis, Illinois, that we went to, like barn sales and stuff. Well, they had arranged for like this bus, this like party bus, and it didn't end up being a ton of people, but it was Mother and me, and it was Miss Janet from Nanny's Nook Crafts. It was Miss Leanne from, what's Leanne's page? Why is it? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my gosh, I feel awful why I cannot remember. Mom, what's Leanne's? Dita's Crafts and Creations. Good Lord, lady. It was barn sale. Yes, it was barn sale. Dita's Crafts and Creations. Miss Carol from Carol Tees. Studio 5 and DIY. Who else? We had the best time. I'm trying to think who else was on the bus. Shayna from, I know, I couldn't remember why, I don't know why I couldn't remember Leanne's page. Shayna from, what's her page? Farm, good Lord, I'm awful with names. Shayna, Frame It and Contain It. Miss Shayna. If you guys want to learn about plants and vegetables and flowers and things, Miss Shayna is the person for you. And she's like doing all of her gardening thingies, you know, now. Like, she's great. And I think, didn't you buy her was it you, Miss Janet, that bought her a creepy little Santa doll? No, I don't think it was really creepy. You guys, we were in this one barn, and like, I don't know, 4 or 5 of us were live at the same time. We were walking around the barn and we were all live. We had the best time. Wait, you got yelled at for taking too long. Okay. Oh shoot, we did have a good time. That was fun. Okay, so there's that so far. That's looking good, isn't it? Yeah, we just kind of did our own thing. I mean, we did, and not everybody like joined in on the whole shenanigan bus riding. And so we're like, well, we'll ride the bus. Some people went and did their own thing. Some people came early. I don't know. It was just we just did our own thing. Not sure where I want to put this one. Maybe I'll stick it back in there like that. Now these flowers came, if you guys remember, I got that big arrangement from, I might just stick that up there like that. Just put a little glue. I got this big arrangement from an estate sale, and I mean, I got it for like $2. It's on that big ceramic pot, and like, the lady didn't realize what I had. Like, she pretty much just gave it to me. Like, here, just take it. What is happening to my comments again? Leanne was the oh, Miss Sheena is on here. You just came out and heard the creepy. I say that with all love and respect for that little creepy Santa, because you loved him. You loved him. So there's Miss Shayna from Frame It and Contain It. And if you want to know about plants, flowers, all the things, Miss Shayna is your gal. She is the gal. She is amazing. And she has Tammy Tulip. You still have Tammy Tulip and Tommy. I don't remember what Tommy's Tommy's name was. It's her little, her scarecrows are Tammy Tulip. Cutest thing. I was actually just thinking about making a Tammy Tulip. Maybe I'll put this one right here at the bottom. What time is it? 48. Something like that. But I'm like, I don't really have a garden. It'd kind of be kind of weird just to throw a random little scarecrow out in the yard. But oh shoot! All right, you guys, check it out. I think that's looking cute. She and I got one of those Santas last year. I'll have to show him to you this year. Tammy Jo Tulip and Tommy Tomato. Yes, they're so stinking. They are so stinking cute. All right, one more of these little guys. I think I can cut this down a little bit. But yeah, I've met so many friends over the years. It has been a great experience. I mean, just people from all over the country you'd never meet. I mean, because any other reason, you know, like you just like, how would I ever meet Miss Shayna? Well, get involved in crafting, then you take little trips with Mother to Metropolis, Illinois. Oh shoot, this is just a little greenery we're sticking here somewhere, just to give it a little bit. You know, that kind of thing, you know, you just do those kind of things. All right. Let's see. I think that's all I wanted to stick in there. Hello, Miss Gail. What do you guys think? Does that, I feel like it needs a little bit. Maybe I need to move this up a little bit. Just fill in that spot a little bit more. What do you guys think? I think that fills in there. That bus ride was so much fun. It was so much fun. We just need Carol T to pop on here now. Okay. I want to make a little bow, okay? And I don't want to make it too big. I think that's cute, you guys. From what it was in the beginning, maybe I should have moved. This is a little bit different color flower than these two. Like for my eye, I'm like, oh, those look the same, but these are all different. So, my eye goes right to that. Okay, where did my material go? Now I have just some cream. This is like super long, so I'm gonna have to cut this in half because I do not want all this. This was just a piece I had left over. It's like some muslin. Let me cut that down. Oh, well, thank you, Miss Devon. I appreciate you being here. Okay, let's get our big girl Bodabra and some twine. Where did it go? Where is the twine? Here it is. What time is it? We got 10 minutes. You guys don't forget, Miss Janice, not Nanny Nook. Miss Janice from Vintage Country Crafting is up next. And if you're not in the Vintage Country Crafting Friends group, why aren't you? Just kidding. So the other day when I was crafting, and remember I put this in here like this, and then I proceeded to start making a bow. And then I got to the end and there was no twine in here. And I rewatched. And that flippin' twine, I watched it. I put the first one in here and I pulled it back and that twine slid right out onto the floor. I do my investigative skills and I figured out what happened. It just fell right onto the floor. So watch your twine. Oh, shucks. All right, this is too long, so I'm going to have to just do a few loops and then, because I don't want a super huge bow on this. I don't want super huge. She explained everything on her live Thursday. Oh, yeah, I did. I talked about my weight loss journey. It's been quite a, see, here's another thing that I don't know if anyone else struggles with this, but I wouldn't say per se that I could be like diagnosed with body what is it called? Dysmorphia or whatever, where you don't see yourself, like, but I don't, but it's not like one of those things I need therapy for or anything like that. Had plenty of that in my lifetime. I don't see it like everybody like sees it. And all of a sudden everybody's asking, like, you lost so much weight. And I'm like, but I don't see it. I have to look at the scale to see it. Then I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I have lost a lot more because recently a lot of people have really commented when I've been on this journey for, it was February of last year. So it's been, what, 14, 15 months? Not your twang. Your twine. Don't lose your twang or your twine. You guys, this is really pretty. I don't know. I just grabbed it. It's kind of looks like it has sunflowers on it. So some like retro looking material. I'll hold it up here so you guys can see what it looks like. But yeah, I'm like, I never feel like I guess until I see a picture or something. And you know how when you used to not want to take pictures because you never want to see yourself in the picture and you're just like, huh, that's lovely. All right, here is the material I'm using. Well, if Miss Tanya's on here, there is a little couple purple flowers on there for her. It's purple flowers. Now this piece here is just like a, I don't know, it looks like tea stain, but I didn't do it. It came like that. Hello, Miss Leona. How are you, friend? How are you doing? All right, so we're just going to throw a little bit of this in here as well. Let's go this way. Just a little bit. This is only one side. Those top two are one-sided, so you just got to flip it. You got to make sure you flip it, okay? And I think I'm just going to do one little loop-de-loo. Okay. You see yourself every day, so picture. Oh yeah, I need to do that, don't I? I need to do that. Okay. But you know what? I should also though tell you. I mean, I told you guys before that if you go back and you look at me when I started crafting in October of 20, I was only about maybe 10 or 15 pounds heavier than I am now. So I had gained a lot of weight, you know, from like I talked about from when my dad passed away, just, and you know, also in that time frame, I met my husband. You know how you get all, I hear you, Miss Leona. I hope it's going well. You get all comfortable with you don't have to be on the dating sites anymore. You start feeding your face because that's all you guys do is go out to eat outside, and you're like, before you know it, you're like, ah, crap, now I'm fat. Oh Lord, oh shoot. All right, let's fix this bow. We got 5 minutes, you guys. Five minutes. Oh shoot, let me trim these little tails. Trim these little tails down. All right, get that all thrown away. Get this little cute little bow all over the place and bring our little pot back over here. Where do you want to put this? I don't know where we want to put this. Where's my white? Come up. We'll just put it right here in the center. Yeah, I think we will. Hello, Miss Mary Catherine. How are you? All right, let's glue this down before we run out of time. We're just going to glue it right in the middle of our little pot. Whoa, don't fall off. Right in the middle of our little pot. Turn that just a little bit more. Because it doesn't need to be huge. Okay, look at it. Isn't that cute? All right, and the last thing I want to do is I have this little tag. I did this ahead of time. I did a little tag. I got a little sunflower. I'm going to clip this thing off. I had a little sunflower stamp. I went over to my little stash and I had a little sunflower stamp. I'm going to put this right here in the middle. I'm going to put a little tag on it. I'm just going to, that's my sample side. Nobody look at that side. That's the real side. I keep wanting to drop that stinking glue tool. All right, and I think we need to grab a button real quick. Let me go into this. We've got 3 minutes. All right, let me see if I can find a... I don't know if I have any buttons to put on here. That's a cute one. This is just a little green. Kind of pulls some of the green out of our... I don't know how well you can see it. It's almost like, it's like see-through. Kind of looks, if I can see through it, I can see through it. Eda can see through it too. Stinky dog. There it goes. There it goes. All right, you guys, let me hold it up here in all its glory. There it is. Now, I know it kind of covers the pot a lot, but you can still see the pot on the side. I love bows on things. So, guys, this is our circa 1842. I don't know. This is a really old. This is a really old frame that we made over. We got a little natural. Where'd it go? Crackling up here in this corner. Did it naturally with the glue gun. We just made over. Just one button. Just one button right there. One button in the center. You like it? Well, thank you so much. Because my time is just about up. I think it turned out really stinking cute. And I think I might just take a little bit of twine and tie it on the back here and make a little hanger for it. Then you can just, because it's got those 2 nails on the back. I think it turned out really stinking cute. We got a little, we put a little tag with a little sunflower on it that I found in my stash, but I like it. So you guys look for these kind of things, these old frames at estate sales and garage sales. It's that season. You can just paint them up and add some flowers. This is just a little peat pot from Dollar General, and these flowers came from an estate sale as well. So pretty much it's all secondhand, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you go check out Miss Janice at Vintage Country Crafty. You guys, thank you. Have a great night. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.